Welcome to African Political Arena. Now, if you can't fix the issue of unemployment in Africa, if you cannot stop wastage of public funds, if you cannot uproot, if not eliminate completely corruption, then don't vie to be the president of any nation in Africa. Africans will no longer allow anybody to come to power. Once you are elected, you just start doing your own things. Whatever has happened in Madagascar, whereby people are tired, what was going on concerning electricity and also water shortage. People got tired in Madagascar, especially the Gen Zs who are jobless. Most of them are jobless. They went to the streets, demonstrated concerning the issue of power shortage and also water shortage. Power and water shortage. And now the president has actually fled to, I don't know where he is right now. I want to speak to African leaders that if they cannot fix the issues I have highlighted, then don't try to vie for any or to be the president of any nation in Africa, because people are tired. So many Africans are actually dying in Gulf nations. African ladies going to Gulf nations to work there, household chores. That is what most of them go there to do. They come back in caskets simply because their nations, there are no jobs. So many Africans are also dying in Mediterranean Sea, trying to cross over to the other side in Europe for greener pastures. Yet their nations, there's so much in Africa, yet the leaders are just greedy, selfish, and incompetent, honestly. And I say this, I know there are so many leaders also who are doing well, but at the same time, there are so many who are not doing well, and that is why you have an issue concerning unemployment in Africa. We have universities, colleges, people graduating every year, but there are no jobs, simply because their governments, they cannot plan. They have no plan concerning the people. They are not out and about to fix the issue of unemployment. So, whatever has happened to Madagascar, if these leaders cannot fix, that we see them around, you speak about the issue of corruption, it is so bad. In so many nations, they cannot fight corruption. So much money which is actually being contributed by a few people who actually have jobs, taxpayers' money is the money which is being stolen right, left, and center, instead of the same money being used to create cottage industries for people to start working. Why do we, up to now, why do we have to import everything? Why do we import almost everything in Africa? Honestly, everything made in China, made in whatever. Why are we importing almost everything? Is Africa the dustbin for imports, honestly? That you have to import even toothpicks. Some of these leaders are just too incompetent, and they're just to enjoy power and money. And it's until Africans start waking up from their long slumber. You start waking up from your long slumber. These people, most of them, somebody is being have so many people as their security, motorcades. You wonder whether some of these people come from these nations which are so poor. A single president motorcade. You're like, who even want to kill this one? One person being guarded by so many. Wastage of public funds when people are actually languishing in poverty. When these nations have, some of them even have minerals. Some of the African nations have minerals. They have natural resources, rivers everywhere. The government cannot assist the people even to do farming. A government which cannot even provide enough food for its people, that some nations, people are still dying out of hunger. Honestly, a place whereby only parts of the nation has a water problem. The rest has rivers, lakes, and you can still find some of these nations, if it doesn't rain, that you're speaking about food shortage. Honestly, this government cannot find it necessary to even drill boreholes for people to do irrigation. I don't know what is wrong actually with some of these leaders. They cannot fix the just few things people need for them to fix their own lives. My question is, what is wrong with these leaders? And I'll keep saying, if they don't learn from what is going on or what has happened in Madagascar, more of what has happened will continue happening because people will not continue waiting. Look at what is going on. Somebody gets into power, elected by the people, but what you do after, you're thinking about removing the time, the term limit, so that you can run until you're dead, until your very end time. That is why Africa has somebody who is 92 leading a nation, honestly. And I have nothing against Paul Biya of Cameroon, but surely somebody who is 92, honestly, I don't know. Well, somebody who is 92 leading a whole nation, honestly, even in your very own home. Somebody who is that age even forget every other day. The person, the memories even becomes poor naturally. These are not the people we need to lead some of these African nations. That is not right, honestly. That is not right. You, even if it has to be from your family, you even better send us your grandson then, or even your son, instead of such. Some of them are just full of they are greed for power. Honestly, this is not fair. They must create jobs for the people. And that is why anybody in Africa, especially the president, anybody who is not thinking around the issue of job creation, they will have an issue with the young people, the Gen Zs, and the rest. Because we cannot have so many graduating every year and they just join their mothers. You spent, as a parent, you spent so much of your money to educate your kid, but this kid will not, at long last, will not get jobs in their very own country, and they try even to get out of their nation. So many nations don't even want more people to their nations. They don't want foreigners. So it is until us we start fixing our nations. It is until Africans fix their nations, because they can. Can we start cottage industries? Can we start cottage industry as a priority? Then from there we will reduce the imports. Why can't we get raw materials? Why can't we get even some of these investors and invest here, so that you're gonna employ people from the local people, get jobs? It is until we push them to do the right thing. Otherwise, whatever has happened to Madagascar can happen to any nation whose president is not actually thinking around job creation. No matter how many roads you build, no matter what you do, if people don't have jobs, any reason can actually get them to the street and demonstrate and make you, not even finish your term. So the presidents, I hope they are listening. I hope they've watched. They should learn from that. Let all African leaders start fixing the issue of unemployment. Let them also start fixing the issue of corruption. We do not want to see corruption anywhere. We do not. Let them also reduce the wastage of public funds. Anyway, what do you think? What do you think of concerning this issue of Madagascar? What do you also think about the issue of unemployment? Do you think our leaders actually they actually tackling this issue the way it should be? Is it given a priority? Do our presidents give the issue of unemployment priority? Kindly let me know what you think on the comment section. And again, thank you so much, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and also like my video. Thanks a lot.